Good morning, beautiful people of the world. Good morning. It's Tuesday, December 26, 2024. Yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. It is the first day of Kawanzaa. I don't know how many of you all celebrate Kawanzaa. I keep saying that I'm going to get me a Kawanzaa UNITY candle. So today is the first day, and today is Uma. I don't know how to pronounce the words, you know they're African, but it means unity. So for those of you all that celebrate Kwanzaa, for those of you all that don't know about Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa is a 7-day African ritual that they celebrate, and you can go online and look it up and find out what each day means. It's 7 days of Kwanzaa, and each day means different things. So today is the first day, and it means unity, okay? So if I'm pronouncing it wrong, go look it up, okay? And yes, we're in the garage because I came home, getting ready to go. I came home last night from my mom's house, and there was no parks. Pulling on out of here. I hate when they put these advertisements up here on my garage. I hate that. Okay, let's make sure the door come down. Come on down. Make sure no little critters are in there. We're gonna go on and rock and roll. Make sure nobody is walking across the alley. I don't want to hit nobody. I think I'm the only person going to work. Everybody's at home. But yeah, I came home last night from my mom's house. I went over there. Yes, you all saw the video. Those of y'all didn't see the video, go watch that video. It's a really nice video of Christmas gifts that my family bought me, as well as one of my YouTube subscribers, Meadow Shrub. Shout out to Meadow Shrub. You are the truth. I love you with the love of God, sincerely from the bottom of my heart. You are the sweetest person that I have ever met in my life, and there's so many of you all that are just as sweet. I could go on and on and on about how many people are here on my YouTube channel that I love and appreciate. Dolores sent me an email yesterday of some scriptures. Thank you so much. I haven't had a chance to read it, but I glimpsed over it real quick, and that's what I'm talking about. You know, send me some positivity, send me some scriptures. You know, I need it. But I came home last night and the block was full, and that is normally not the case. So I didn't get a chance to park out in front of the house. So I had to park in my garage. And hunty, I was like, I don't have to fight with nobody over no parking space because I can park in my garage. Praise the Lord. Even though I don't like to park back there because it's dark and the motion light is still not working. And I got to get somebody over there to look at it. I refuse to buy another one. I'm being cheap. But I refuse to buy another one because I don't know how much they are. I don't know which one to get. You know, I'm going to be honest with you all. Being a single woman without a husband in the house or a man around, it's just certain things I don't know. But I do have men that I can call, and I thank God for that. So, when I tell y'all ain't a soul out here, one, two cars. That's why I was like, I'm not rushing to leave. I'm not rushing. So I had to park in the garage. I really didn't want to, but I was like, well, thank God you have somewhere to park. You ain't got to park way up the street. You ain't got to park around the corner. You ain't got to be out here walking up the street by yourself tomorrow morning. You can just go to your backyard, open up your garage, and pull your car out. And I thank God for that. I really, really do. I thank God for that. You know, it just felt good last night to know that I didn't have to scramble for a parking space as if when I lived in an apartment. But even when I lived in an apartment, I always, pretty much got a good parking space. And I never really had to fight too much unless somebody was having company. But last night, I guess, because it was Christmas, people had people over, and that was understandable. So I understood that. But I was thanking God. I was just thanking God that I had somewhere to park, and it just felt good to know that I had my own parking space. But yeah, it seemed like we the only people up going to work, city workers, because everybody else seemed like they in the bed. There's a few cars out here, but traffic is real light, really, really light. Everybody's at home. So how was your Christmas? Tell me about your Christmas. I want you all to leave in the comment section. If you watch this video to the end, leave me a comment. Let me know, how was your Christmas? I want to know what you got. I'm being nosy. I want to know what you got. I want to know what you did. I want to know how you feeling. If you watch this video to the end, because it is the 7 days of Kawanzaa, and I do celebrate Kawanzaa, put a candle in the comment section. Okay? So yesterday was a little rough. It was a little rough. I thought about my friend a lot, but I also thought about a lot of things that's transpired between us, and I was just like, I just thought about a lot of things that has happened, and how I have not or had not been treated the best throughout this whole friendship. My girlfriend called me last night. She said, let me tell you something. She said, when you are totally healed, she said, that's when he's going to come back. And I said, please do not say that. I said, please. She said, and it's going to be good for you, but bad for him. She said, because you're going to be over it. And I said, well, I'm getting over it as we speak. She said, right, each day gets better. I told her, I said, but I did think about him, because it was Christmas. But I was telling another friend about what had happened, because I hadn't talked to her. And she was like, that's just a bitch move. She said, that's so bitchy. Every time he get mad, he block you. I said, every time. She was like, that's so girlish. I said, it is. She said, instead of him picking up the phone and talking to you, and you all just arguing it out or whatever, I said, yeah. I said, that's what he does. I said, that's why I said to him, you are a bitch. Because it's like what a girl do, a woman do, And he's so fucking sensitive. This is the part. This is the thing that really, really surprises me about him. He's such a tough guy. Was in a gang when he was a teenager and all this, but you're so in your motherfucking feelings. You're so soft when I say something to you. That's what really gets me. But child, whatever. So it was a little rough yesterday, because I did think about him. I did, because last Christmas, he bought me a really beautiful Christmas gift. I bought him what he wanted. That didn't happen this Christmas. So I was a little, just kind of reminiscing about how it was last Christmas. But again, and I'm not bringing him up to talk about him, but the title or what I want to talk about is your choice, making choices, and everybody, you make choices in regards to how you want to live your life. And so that was his choice, right? That was his choice to block me. That was his choice to stop talking to me. That was his choice. And so whatever your choices are, whether it's to end the relationship, end a marriage, end a friendship, end a job, buy a home, buy a car, buy a vacation house, take a trip, whatever it is, whatever your choices are, you have to deal with the consequences of whatever your choices are. And you have to be okay with it. You know what I mean? And you can't be wavering back and forth after you've made your choice. When you make a choice, make sure that that's the choice that you're making for you and that it's best for your life. Because choices come with consequences, good or bad. You know, and a lot of times we jump into things without really thinking things through. You know, we don't think about it, we don't consider it, we don't pray about it, we just make a choice. So when you make choices, be okay with whatever choices that you make. You know, and then don't go blaming people when your shit don't work out. Or when somebody say, no, that was your choice, I don't want to be bothered with you no more, I'm good. You know, take care. Be okay with that. And so I hope that he is okay with the choices that he made to cut me off. You know, because you didn't cut me off because I did something to you. You didn't cut me off because I hurt you. You didn't cut me off because I really did anything. You cut me off because I told you, don't disrespect me. You know, it's just like my other friend who got mad at me, you know, and she put that reel up on Miss Dorcia. She put that reel up on Facebook. That was your choice. They're falling. You know, that was her choice. That was her choice. That was her choice to get on Facebook and try to put me on blast. And then to say, well, in another post, well, I never, you know, I never mentioned no names. Well, bitch, you should have. You should have. Because I mentioned yours. You should have. See, don't play these pussy ass games where, you know, you want to get on and do a subliminal post. No, say who the fuck you talking about. We 54 years old. We ain't, you know, kids. No, if that's your choice, and that was her choice, instead of her calling me and saying to me, Sherelle, hey, you know, I'm feeling some type of way. You know, I called you, I asked you for a ride. I mean, I texted you and you said this, and I feel like you just didn't want me to ride with you, you know, and blah, 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 blah. But that was your choice to do a reel on Facebook talking about me, thinking that I'm stupid and I'm slow and I don't know who the fuck you talking about. So that was her choice. So when I came back with my live and I rebutted what she said and talked about it, and I just said exactly see, let me tell you something. Years and years ago, I had a relationship with a guy who also is classmate and friends with the other friend, right? And so he and I had a relationship. And when the relationship ended, same thing, he just kind of like, you know, oh, it's so foggy out here. He kind of like just dropped me, right? So he got on Facebook and he wrote all of these Facebook posts about me. And it was weird because I was like, because I couldn't figure out what happened between us. I didn't know what the fuck had happened. So the thing was that somebody told him that I was trying to screw this guy, the guy that I've been talking to y'all about. And that was a lie. But instead of him coming to me and asking me about it and talking to me about it, what did he do? He got on Facebook and he started writing all these posts. And this shit went on for a couple of months. I would get on this and people would come back and tell me, this person would come back and tell me what he said, and I would get on there and I would say, I would come back. And then I just got tired of it. I got tired of it. I said, okay, this is enough. So what did I do? I wrote a post and said that it was this person. And I said, all of you all that are on his post laughing, and you all don't know who he's talking about, he's talking about me. I shut it down. And once I wrote that post and I shut that bullshit down, again, that was his choice, right? That was his choice. Once I shut it down and everybody knew that it was me, they were like, oh my goodness, because they had participated in things that he was saying. So maybe a month or two or so later, he came. I saw him at a party, one of our classmates' 40th birthday party. I saw him at a party, and he came over to me, and he said, he apologized. He said he was sorry for all the shit that he had wrote about me on Facebook. And he said, I thought it was this and I thought it was that. I said, but all you had to do was ask me. I said, I would have told you the truth. Because I wasn't his woman. You know what I'm saying? So I would have told you the truth, So after that, he tried to get with me. The same night that he apologized, I was like, nigga, what? I was like, no. And that's how it's gonna be with this dude. It's gonna be the same thing, because I know me. I know me. And so, and the hard part with this guy is, and the difference in this other guy, I didn't have a friendship with him. I didn't even know him in high school. But this guy, we were friends. We were buddies, and I always had a crush on him. Always thought he was cute. But like I said, my best girlfriend, child, she would have killed me, because that's how I met him, through her. But again, I'm saying there's choices. Choices come with consequences. So just like Miss Dorcia put that reel up on Facebook, she did that reel about me. She and I have been friends for years. So I lost respect for her as a woman. I lost respect for her as a friend. I lost respect for her in a lot of ways. I'm not subscribed to her on anything I didn't delete her off of Facebook. She may have deleted me. I ain't even never went to look. But I do not watch her YouTube channel. I came over here. I supported her. I told you all about her. I told you all to go to subscribe to her, to help her get to that 1,000 YouTube, subscribers or whatever. I have nothing for her. I just don't have nothing for her, because what she showed me was that you were using me. You know what I'm saying? You almost missed this exit talking to y'all, and it's so foggy out here. You were using me, for a ride. And I'm just gonna say this. People will do things to you. People will treat you all kinds of different ways. They take no accountability, no responsibility at all. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with these people? You flying past and you blowing. Okay, you got to get your shit toe up. So when she did that and she didn't pick up the phone to talk to me, and she decided that she was gonna try to put me on blast, that's the choice you made. You that was your choice, and your choice was to do that and it ended the friendship. So you got to be okay with whatever choices you make regarding people, places, things, and situations. You got to be okay with it once you make your choice. And you know, I was not getting ready to be all subliminal. I wasn't getting ready to be like, get on there and rebuttal what she said about me and not say who what the fuck I was talking about. No, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. Because we too old for that. We too old for that. Oh, I'm not going to say who it is I'm talking about. No, bitch, say who it is you talking about. You grown. You bad. You wanted to do it real. You did it. So just say who, just come out and say, I'm talking about Sherelle. But see, people are such fucking cowards. You know, you think people are real. You think people are you think people are this and that or the other. You think people are cool. We take people for granted. We give people too much credit. We think that, you know, people are really, you know, all right. And they're not. They're not. So, you know, I've learned about people, how people are. People will disappoint you. You'll think one way about a person, and they'll show you each and every time that they're something else. You know. Because I remember something, I had said something to him. And I had sent him a message, right? And it didn't go through. So then he came over and I said, so you blocked me, huh? He was like, what? I was like, you blocked me. He was like, why would I block you? And I said, because the message didn't go through. Then when we went back to look at it, it did go through. But with an iPhone, sometimes it's like it gets stuck, like it don't go through. He was like, why would I block you? I said, because that's what you do. I can't tell you how many times he's done that to me, that he's been mad at me. This is probably now the fourth time, or maybe the fifth time he's done this to me. It might be less than that. It might be less than that. But that's what he does. Every time. Every time. And I asked him, I said, why do you do that instead of you just talking to me? Why do you block me instead of just picking up the phone and saying, we need to talk. We need to have a conversation. Or let me come over. Let's sit down and talk. It's almost like he's afraid of me, you know, like, and I know my mouth is reckless. But if you would just come and talk to me, but he never does that. He just cuts it off, you know, cuts me off. I ain't gonna deal with her. That's what he do. But I'm telling y'all, this is the last time that he ever does that to me. The last time. He will never, ever get that chance to do that to me again. Not ever. I will never, ever answer anything from him. I don't care what he says. You know how you get to that point with a person, it's like, okay, I don't care what you say. I don't care what his apology is. I don't care what, I hate to get behind big old trucks. I can't see. I just don't even care. I don't even know. I don't care about his reasons for doing what he did. I just don't even care. It's just taking this man so long. He would be turning, and I want to turn this way to get some coffee. So think about the things that you want to do. Think about the things that you're planning on doing, and being okay with your choices and whatever the consequences of those choices may be. A lot of times, we don't think. We just do not think. And I'm guilty of that. I've done things without thinking it really through, and then having to really go back and try to make it right or fix it. And sometimes you can't fix shit. Sometimes you can't fix anything. I'll tell you a story about one of my friend now that we back friends. We hadn't talked to each other almost probably as long as I hadn't talked to him. And she's also a classmate. And it was because a friend of ours, classmate of ours, was dying. And his mother told me to let the class know what was going on with him. So I did. And then they all came at me like I had told his business. And I said, this came from his mother. His mother told me to tell you all this. When I tell y'all they blew that shit up more than what it was ridiculous. And so, this gonna be the last time I buy coffee, y'all, because I got me a coffee machine. When I get this hooked up, I gotta buy me some cream and sugar. Hi, can I get a large decaf coffee with 8 sugars, 8 creams? Yes, and can I have 1 sausage wake up wrap, please? That's it. Thank you. This Dunkin' Donuts be popping, baby. But they move you along pretty good. And she and I hadn't talked in years, right? But in those years that we hadn't talked, I never talked about her to anybody. I never said anything about her. She never heard anything that I said because I didn't talk about her. And she never said nothing about me. And she had wrote this post, and it was about me. And people knew that it was about me. And I was so hurt. Because she and I, just like now, we talked on the phone all the time. We talked on the phone, and we were in high school. We had classes together, and I was just like, what in the hell is going on? And I also felt like, why you didn't just pick up the phone? Why you got to go write a Facebook post about me? I'm telling you, Facebook has destroyed and ended a lot of marriages and friendships. And it's not Facebook. It's the people that write the stuff and do the shit that they do on Facebook. Just like with Dorcia. Same thing. As much as she and I text, as much as she and I talked, as much as me and this girl talk on the phone and text, you mean to tell me that you were not woman enough to pick up the phone and say, my feelings are hurt. I feel this, I feel that. Good morning. Thank you. I got it. Thank you. They be moving, baby. Thank you. You too. I told y'all they get you out of here. They have a long line of people. And so, I just couldn't believe that. I'm like, this is not a person that's a stranger to me. This is not a person who I don't talk to. This is a person that I do talk to. And instead of you calling me, and same thing with him, instead of you calling me, and I realize that everybody is not the type of person where they deal with confrontation. They deal with confrontation the same way that everybody deals with confrontation. I get that. I understand that, right? I get that. I understand that. I know that. And I get it. But you ain't been with me a whole year. You ain't laid with me a whole year. We ain't did things together for a whole year. And you can't pick up the phone. You can't pick up the phone and talk to me and say, hey, I'm upset with you, or I'm mad at you, or I'm pissed with you, or I feel some type of way about you. Because that's what I did with him the very first time he said something nasty to me. I told him about it. I wasn't gonna walk around and let that fester, and I'm gonna tell you about it. Now, you may not understand it. You may say, why is she upset about this? This ain't nothing to be upset about. You may not, you may feel some type of way about it. You understand what I'm saying? You may feel like, you may feel like how I feel is just crazy, or you may feel how I feel is, her feelings is always hurt, she always whining, she always crying, blah, blah. You may feel that way. But if I tell you about it, and you say you love me and you care about me and you're my friend, you should hear me out. You should listen. That's what I'm saying. So I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that as much as I talked to her, I was shocked that she did that. You know what I'm saying? I was shocked. I was like, I was just like, I can't believe this. I was like, as much as this girl and I talk on the phone and text each other, you had to go do a Facebook reel about me instead of picking up the phone and talking to me. I was just like, okay. But I wasn't letting her get away with that bullshit. I was not. I was like, oh no, that's not how that happened. I wasn't doing that. And then this is the thing. All of us got the same friends because we all graduated with the same people. So everybody was going to see it. And people were going to go ask her who it was. It was messy. It was messy. So what I did was I got on live and I set the record straight or whatever. And again, there's people in our class that don't like me. Some of them don't like her. They may have taken sides or whatever. I don't really give a flying rat's ass. But I wasn't going to let somebody that I had been good to, that I had been good to, somebody that I had did favors for. I wasn't gonna let her smear my name. Now, if I had never given her a ride, if I had never picked her up and dropped her off and made sure she made it home safely, and never asked her for a dime in gas money, and she never offered, I was not gonna let her drag me through the mud. I wasn't gonna let her do that, because I know that I was good to her. Same way with him. I know. See, you gotta know who you are. So when people come up against you, or people try to say this or that about you, you gotta know who you are. You gotta know. So yesterday, Christopher's grandmother called me. The other grandmother. Now, you know, we ain't talked since the sperm donor, did the bullshit he did in last June. You know, I told y'all, she told me, when I talked to her, she told me to get the fuck off her phone. Well, I have not talked to her. She called me yesterday to wish me a Merry Christmas. I was nice. I was polite. We didn't talk long. And that was that. Christopher called her yesterday to wish her Merry Christmas. My mother did not tell me that she called her on Christmas Eve. She said they talked a long time. My mother said when she first called her, she said she was cold. She said because she think that my mother was calling her about her saying what she said to me. And my mother said, I never brought you up, or him, or Christopher. She said, I was just calling her to see how she was doing. And, you know, it is what it is. So, when my phone rang and it was her, you know, I'm sure I know she feels bad about what she said to me. I know she does. Hey, it is what it is. You know, my mother said, you know, you need to give her some grace. You know, she's still grieving over her son, her youngest son, who, you know, died. He died of a massive heart attack. She said they still grieving. I said, I know they are. I said, I know. I don't give him any grace, though. None. So my mother said, when I say him, I'm talking about the sperm donor, because that was his brother. So she said, you know, you got to give him, you know, give her some grace. I said, I know. So I did. And I talked to her, and I was nice, and I was polite. But I'm going to say this. Our relationship ain't the same. It's not. And I'm going to tell you this. It never will be. I will give her respect as Christopher's grandmother. I have no need to pick up the phone like I used to and call her. Christopher is not little anymore. So he was little, you know, I used to call her, let her know what was going on with him. He's 16 years old. He almost 17. Just like yesterday he called her himself, he can call her himself. I don't have to be in the middle of that. You know, if his auntie give her a party, something's going on with her, I'll call, I'll check up on her, all of that. But it ain't the same. It just ain't. I don't think that it will ever be. You know, because sometimes it just ain't gonna be. And again, I'm gonna say this again. This goes back to choices that we make. I made choices to do things or say things to people, and I have regretted it like hell after it came out of my mouth. But once the damage and the choice was made to do it, there wasn't nothing that I could do to repair it. You know, I am, and I know a lot of you all may not believe this about me, but I am Nick Technique says this all the time, how soft I am. I am. I'm so soft. I'm so soft to the point that this is why I get my feelings hurt a lot from people, because I am soft, because I give people chances. And it's just more chances to really fuck me over and more chances to hurt my fucking feelings. This is what really irritated me with Miss Dorcia. She's never done anything for me. She's never called me up and like offered like to help me with my YouTube channel. Certain things I've seen on her YouTube channel that I wanted to do, and I've never called her and asked her, right? She would call and text me about certain things. Like she would give me information about this, that, and the other. But in all the years that I picked her up and dropped her off, I never asked her for money for gas. Never. Not even up until recently in 2023 when we had our class reunion. I never asked her. And so for her to get on Facebook and do that to me, when I know and she know how good I have been to her and how she always had a ride, because I don't ever recall anybody else in our class picking her up and dropping her off like I did. You know, she always felt comfortable to call me or text me and say, hey, are you going to this or you going to that? Can I ride with you? Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll come and get you. You know, but people don't take in consideration that you're picking them up, you dropping them off. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if they have a car where she lived now, but when they were here in Chicago, they didn't have no car. And everything that our classmates, all the 40th birthday parties, all these, I picked her up and dropped her off. Same thing when she came for the class reunion. I didn't take her home, pick her up Friday night, take her back, because like I said, where the event was, it was close to my house, and I wasn't driving all the way by my mama's house and then back. But if I had lived where I live now, I could have dropped her off, because her mom and my mom don't live very far from each other. I could have dropped her off, then went to my house. I still would have been passing my house. Okay? But people don't think about that. And here it is that all the years that I've picked you up, dropped you off, my housewarming party comes and you send me a message saying, you know, I wish I could be there with you for today, because she doesn't live here. She lives in Georgia, and I wish I could be, you know, there with you. Ask me, did she send me a $25 gift card? All the years that you never gave me gas money, she didn't even send me nothing for my housewarming party. But then you have the audacity to be mad that I didn't pick you up, and I didn't even have a goddamn car. All that y'all heard me going through with this car, I was stressed the fuck out about this car. And you have the audacity to get on Facebook and do a whole fucking reel about me, about I lied, and you know, when you ask me for favors and they lie, and this person showed me who they were. What? I showed you who I was? No, bitch, you showed me who you was. And it just goes back to putting these two people together. How people don't never see themselves. They never see themselves. You always wrong. You always ugly ass. I can't stand him. You always wrong. You always, you know, the victim. People never see themselves. It's amazing to me. It's just amazing to me. Hold on a minute. Let me go punch. I'll be right back. Oh. Oh, oh. My knee hurt. Oh. Oh, y'all, my knee is on fire. I pray that I don't have to have knee surgery because this knee, ooh. But anyway, you know, and it's just like with him. I was telling a girlfriend of mine, I said, you know what? I said, every time he walked his black ass through that door, through my door, he should have had roses for me. I cannot tell y'all how many times I told this man that I love roses. You can go to the grocery store and buy roses for $20. I told him, I said, I'm not asking you to go spend $200 and $300 on flowers. You know, you can go to that company, Forever Roses, and buy those roses that never die. I still have my red ones. I mean, if you wanted to spend that, if you want to spend $100 on that, and then, you know, say, okay, here's some roses. These gonna last you a while. I can see that. But you can go to the grocery store. This man never, I can't tell you how many times. I said, every time you walk through this door, you should have had flowers in your hands for me. What I was giving you, and the way you acted like it was the bomb diggity, you should have had something in your hand for me. I don't care if it's a bag of Snickers. But you act like I've wronged you, though. You walked out of my house cussing me out because I didn't do what you wanted me to do. And I'm wrong for telling you that you disrespected me? Girl, I just cannot. That's why I have really closed myself off to a lot of people. I do not, I don't hang with people like I used to hang with people. Same way with my other friend. I don't talk to her no more. We just ain't friends like that no more. You let another person that did not like me convince you or tell you not to invite me to stuff, and you went along with that. And me and you were friends before she ever came into the equation. You know what I'm saying? And then people want to act like you wrong. And everybody got, I'm going to tell you what we all have. Feelings. Every last one of us has feelings. You feel how you feel. I feel how I feel. We all got one thing in common, and that's feelings. And so when you don't give a fuck about my feelings, hey, you were never no friend of mine. Because friends don't do that to each other. Friends don't make their friends feel like they don't matter. I told Christopher this, and I'm going to tell you all this. I told him to remember this. When people don't show up for you, they don't like you. Meadow Shrub and I have never met face to face. I've never met Sammy face to face. Van, I've met. Angel, I've never met. Wilma, I've never met. Dolores, I've never met. Bianca Baby, I've never met. Lady J, I've never met. Divine Love, I've met her. She's my co-worker. What is it? What's the other person name? Sweetaramas, never met. This is just a few people that Dolores, never met her. Lorraine, never met. I've never met any of these of you all that I have called your name out. I've never met you. Brenda, never met Brenda. Talked to Brenda on the phone. Never laid eyes on Brenda. But when I tell you, I know that y'all love me. I ain't had years of friendship with y'all. I ain't broke bread with y'all. I ain't hugged you. I ain't touched you. But I know you love me. I know you love me. Through this video, through these videos that I post, through this YouTube channel, I know that you love me because you show up for me. And you ain't known me as long as some people have known me. You ain't known me as long as Dorcia. You ain't known me as long as the friend Lover. You ain't known me as long as the other girl. Y'all ain't known me. But how is it that you all show up for me and these people who've been in my life don't and mad at me at the end of the day? So, I know who love me. I know who love me. You know, I know who love me and who care about me. So, and I also know who uses me. And I know that I was being used by Dorcia. And I know that I was being used by him. And I know I was being used by my other friend. You know, so, you know. You know. And so, I pedal back from people. Like my other friend, we don't talk. I ain't mad at her. But I cut you off. I stopped calling you. I stopped texting you. And I stopped hanging out with you. I just cut you off. So I've cut her off. And I know that I'm going to see her. You know, we're going to see each other, you know. I'll speak. Hey, what's up? Hey, you know. But I ain't got nothing else for you. You will never be invited to anything I have. I will never hang out with her again. I ain't doing that. For what? For what? We're not friends like that. I never share information. I never call you up and tell you this and tell you that. No. So, you know, I said all this to say is that be careful how you treat people. Be careful in the choices and how you do treat people, because you're going to have to think about that and you're going to have to deal with that. And it's on you. That's pretty good. The guy that just got out the car, he was another guy that was trying to talk to me. And he was like, I gave you my number, why you ain't call? And I was like, this is a while ago, I was like, I didn't have an answer. I did have an answer, but I don't want to date nobody that I work with. And men don't treat me good. And see, if I come to work and you acting funny, I'm going to go the fuck off in front of everybody. So to avoid that, we going to speak. How you doing? Hope you had a great Christmas. And that's it. Men don't treat me good. And I know how they are. And you ain't finna do me. And just like the other guy, I gave him my number. Come talking about, you want some company? Nigga, what? You see, I cut him off. The first time you asked me something stupid, talking about, do you want some company, instead of saying, can I take you out on a date? I'm done. It's called the one and done. I'm done. I am done. We ain't playing them games. We ain't doing that. Nope. I need a pedicure so bad. I need a pedicure. I mean, really bad. I'm gonna try to go today. I need some money to go get it done, but I need a pedicure. I was looking at my feet this morning when I got out the shower. I was like, child, it's a good thing you ain't laying next to no man with this fingernail polish. Like, the fingernail polish, it ain't really chipped, but you know how your toenails grow, and so it's got all this space? I need to go get a pedicure. Seriously. Well, you all, I'm going to let y'all go. I thank you all and appreciate you all for watching another CC's Fashion is My Passion video. Be clear and be sure about your choices, whatever you do, okay? Because you might regret it in the end. And ain't nothing like regretting something after you've done it, because you can't get it back and you can't take it back. So have an awesome, beautiful, marvelous day. And I hope you all go and look up Kawanzaa, the 7 days of Kawanzaa, and what they mean. The 7 principles of Kawanzaa. They're really, really good. And we all can use some unity. So today, the first day of Kawanzaa, means unity. So unity is what we need in our community. See how I rhyme that? And when we come together and when we unify, we can do a lot of things together. Amen, somebody. Amen. So have an awesome day. If you watch this video all the way to the end, don't forget to put a candle emoji in the comment section. And also let me know, how was your Christmas? And I don't believe in Santa, but let's just say, did Jesus bring you everything you wanted and some more and more? Let me know. I want to know, okay? All right. God bless you. See you later. Bye.